We need a new form of money as a new instrument to cater for the digital way that we live. Having an asset that's backed by the central bank for you to transact gives you the safety and confidence that it is valid and it is accepted.
Hi, it's Mind Crypto here. I hope we're having a wonderful morning, afternoon, evening, wherever you are in the world.
Remember, this isn't financial advice. Always do your own research.
Can Quant go to between $20,000 to $40,000 at some point in the future? Well, so I'm back after my break. I was intending to do videos whilst I was away, but then I thought, nah, just enjoy my holiday and just get on with it. But I haven't been away for that long. I do plan to go away again during these summer holidays here in the UK. So we're going to look at the crypto bubbles, and we are ranked 39 with a 1.32 billion market cap, 24-hour volume of nearly 18 million. We're sitting at that $110. We are currently up 0.6% in the hour, down 2.8 in a day, it's up 7.1 in the week, and up 1.8% in the month. Anyhow, so can Quant get to that $20,000 to $40,000 mark in the future? Well, do you know what? Nobody knows. Nobody knows. And there's lots of people speculating. Is Quant gonna, go down? Is it gonna go up? The problem nowadays is that most people seem to base their knowledge on, what's happened in the past, right? And they're trying to see if that can be replicated. And the difference is that we are moving into an institutional market rather than just retailers. So in my mind, previous bull runs were retail driven. So the 88 really means nothing. When institutions and governments and the likes utilize this blockchain tech, then we'll see the real world use case, and hence we'll see the price rise along with that. Because then we'll see all-time highs get obliterated, but it requires patience. So in my eyes, it's just lock it up and just let it be. But so we look at the infrastructure of tokenization. So tokenization, I believe, is the first adoption by real world assets. And it says here, does blockchain have a role in financing of infrastructure? The purpose of this report is to assess whether digitizing the equity of debt financing used for infrastructure projects using blockchain, i.e. tokenized infrastructure, provides enough benefits to justify the use of this technology. The information presented here aims to inform the World Bank whether it should explore the possibility of tokenizing one of its infrastructure projects. Now, I believe the tokenization of debt, which is a big one. It's important to make the distinction between crypto as an asset class and the tokenized securities. In the case of the latter, blockchain only serves as a digital vehicle of technological enabler, which is the way I see Quant. Quant is a digital asset, not a cryptocurrency. It provides the glue to bring everything together, and that be allowing things to connect. So infrastructure investment is a means to generate long-term benefit to society with inclusive economic growth and well-being while contributing to a low carbon transition. However, the sector is faced with several challenges, including poor governance and management of infrastructure. Projects are also often large, capital intensive, and not immediately profitable. Therefore, innovative mechanisms are required to leverage private financing and lower the capital cost. It is also crucial to maintain information symmetry along with stakeholders and provide investors and transparent data to make informed investment decisions. One of the foremost impediments is matching the abundant supply of private capital to the demand of infrastructure. The use of DLT, like blockchain, can potentially overcome many of these challenges that hinder the scaling of the infrastructure. The efficiency of financing and management of infrastructure projects can improve by leveraging core features of the technology like decentralization, immutability, and transparency. And we know that Quant is all about this. Exactly all about this. And it goes, another application of blockchain technology is the tokenization of real assets. Tokenization is the process of converting rights, a unit of asset ownership, debt is the big one, or even a physical asset into digital token on a blockchain. This enables historically illiquid assets to be broken down into small units, representing ownership and encouraging democratization of finance. The potential advantages of tokenizing real-world assets include efficiency, gains driven by automation and disintermediation, transparency, and greater liquidity and tradability of illiquid assets. Now, this is massive. Now, I saw this on CoinSpur. The tokenization of global illiquid assets could potentially become a 16 trillion industry by 2030. This is the real world asset tokenization, and this will be a defining factor for most mass adoption of crypto or digital assets. Here's everything you need to know. So we can see here, so $16.1 trillion. We've got listed equity, unlisted equity, other equity investments, investment funds, bonds, home equity, other financial assets, and other tokenizable assets. And we are looking at $16.1 trillion of tokenized assets that could be tokenized. Absolutely massive. So I also saw this tweet from Construction Trader ETH. So he says here, listen to the language, guys, here. We are in need of a worldwide open source operating system. And he goes, I wonder where we can find one of those. Quant. We have the opportunity now to invest in the framework of the financial system while the architects are still drawing up. So let's have a listen.
I think taking both the question, Augustine, I mean, if you look at today's architecture, today's technology platform, which is decentralized platform, today we know how to program money. We know how to write smart contracts. We have many examples of tokenizing assets, may not have scaled at a very subscale level. What you are really putting an argument here now, which will be a huge undertaking, and I'm sure there's a role for private sector to play here. Somebody has to build this open, I presume, open source operating system. A lot of fundamental foundational coding has to be done to build this platform. What role you think private sector will play? Because to both Ivan's question and Sumit's question, I think ultimately the burden of building this open architecture programmable ledger will be given to the private sector to build. I can't imagine how a public sector will build this kind of, there's no example today globally where a public sector has built an operating system on which apps can be developed.
Yeah, I mean, at least what we aspire to, is again, as I say, is to build the heart on which different parts could be integrated.
Yes.
And from our point of view, from the point of view of financial authority, what is of the essence, I mean, the real essence of the financial system is money. And I think that's what we need to do to make it technologically malleable enough so that it can be have broader applications. I mean, and it wouldn't necessarily be that different from what we have today.
Okay.
You know, I mean, today commercial banks have already, based on the foundations we have today, the two-tier system that has been there for quite some time, they have developed a lot of code, they have developed a lot of program, they have developed very complex back offices that sometimes you ask yourself, how efficient are they? And it has flourished by itself. But you need to give the key elements on which they can build on. And a lot of the elements to build on also has to do with other activities, like is legal framework, rules, regulation, and so on. So yes, this is a huge undertaking.
And I hope there'll be a lot of private sector who will raise their hand to support you.
I hope so.
And definitely Singapore ecosystem will be excited given you have.
There you go, guys. We are in need of a worldwide open source operating system. And who are they working with? Quant. The BIS is working with Quant within several different projects. So when the question is asked, will Quant go to $20,000 to $40,000 in the future? Do you know what? I'm holding 5, 10 years. That's, That's the way I see it. This is about patience. This is about long-term investing. And I think there is a mindset within crypto where it's got a pump and it's got to do it daily. This isn't the case. We are moving into a new era of digital assets, cryptocurrency, and everything that comes with it. It's not the same as it was before, where retail was the one, pumping and dumping. Eventually, we will see the utilization of blockchain technology as it should have been in the way that it should be for the future. So yeah, I'm not saying it's definitely going to go to $20,000 to $40,000, but with adoption via these institutions. And we will wait and see. Remember, none of this is financial advice. Always do your own research, because I'm not a financial advisor and I wouldn't want you to invest in anything based on what I'm saying. This is here to allow you to connect the dots. We have to be patient, and patience is a big part of learning how to invest. Patience is a big part of investing. So we need to learn to adopt a certain mindset when we do so. Practicing accepting your current circumstance, because a lot of people want it now and they want the Lambo and they want the big house, or they want to retire and live on a beach. That's not me. So it's practicing accepting your current circumstance. This might mean, even the job, you might even hate the job you're in. But that doesn't mean you shouldn't try and change these things. It only means accepting your experience in the moment for exactly what it is, even if it's unpleasant. Actively build a tolerance for being a bit uncomfortable. Resist the urge to scratch an itch almost. And that's the same with investing, seeing, the price plummet a little bit in the short term, but forgetting the bigger picture. You've got to remember, when you're feeling rushed, you need to consciously slow down. You don't have to feel like that hamster on a hamster wheel all the time. Know that you can choose to slow. In our culture that prizes speed, know that there's value to be had in slow too. And sometimes you've got to let it feel broken. It doesn't matter whether it's, whether that's a work project that's gone off the rail, or even a problem at home, or something that's literally broken. Resist the urge to immediately fix everything. And the same with trading. People that trade, we constantly want to fix the issue by either selling it up and waiting for it to dip a bit lower. So there you go, guys. Will Quant go to $20,000 to $40,000? We're talking long-term investment between 5 and 10 years. Well, maybe if the institutions decide to adopt, which it looks like they're doing, and bring on board some of these digital assets and tokenization of debt, which is absolutely huge. I think we could see it. But again, you have to be patient. Anyhow, this was just a quick update. All the best, and I will catch you later.
Remember, this isn't financial advice. Always do your own research.